Dato Sri Najib Tun Razak was born on July 23, 1953 in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, and served as Malaysia's Prime Minister from 2009 to 2018. On April 3, 2009, Najib Razak was sworn in as Prime Minister, becoming the leader of ruling UMNO-dominated National Front. His objective as Prime Minister will be to guarantee equal treatment for all ethnic groups in Malaysia. Let's move on to his contribution as his era of Prime Minister.
I will continue with the contribution of Dato Sri Najib Tun Razak in economic aspect. In 2009, where Dato Sri Najib took office, precisely on 3rd of April 2009, Malaysia had encountered financial crisis due to the 1997 Asian crisis that shook the nation. Hence, few methods have been implemented to tackle the issue down. First is the reformation of government subsidies by cutting the subsidies for petrol, diesel, and LPG, as it was part of Malaysia's general program, to downsize and rationalizing subsidies that can save up to 750 million. And despite the reform, the education and healthcare will still receive state support, indirect and indirect subsidies to aid the society in having better life. Hence, it still allows the revenue base of Malaysia to increase. Next is introducing stimulus packages to give minimized effect from the global economic downturn. And the first stimulus package was announced on 4th of November 2008 to reinforce and stimulate the economy, while the second stimulus package was announced on 10th of March 2009 and focusing more on wider range of targeted groups and, of course, covering the broader range of economic activities. And since the announcement, it was reported by the Central Bank of Malaysia that during the first half of 2010, Malaysia's economy has grown at an annualized rate of 9.5. Thus, it able to slowly recover the economy of Malaysia.
Social contribution. Dato Sri Najib Razak also make a social contribution through this. Following his tenure as Prime Minister, he introduced Gagasan One Malaysia, which promote international harmony. In 2009, it was also designated as the theme of independence. The concept of One Malaysia aimed to foster and strengthen national unity, which has been a priority for every Malaysian Prime Minister since the late Tunku Abdul Rahman. As a Prime Minister concerned about the fate of the people, he launched the BREEAM project to assist the poor and indigenous. Other than that, Dato Sri Najib Razak has announced the granting of BREEAM for the third time during his presentation of the 2015 budget. The grant will rise from 650 to 950 per month for a household earning 3,000 per month and will be paid in 3 installments. The government will raise the value of the BREEAM from 450 to 750 for household earning between 3,000 and 4,000 ringgit. This help will also be provided 3 times a year. The government also increased the value of BREEAM from 300 to 350 for single individual aged 21 and up earning less than 2,000 ringgit per month. Other than his inspiration to defend the destiny of the people is Perumahan Rakyat 1 Malaysia. Thank you.
Contribution Dato Sri Najib Razak in education like STEM, education system, increased budget allocation for TVET and One Malaysia program. In STEM, he make a change where he make the student to be assessed based on their ability rather than performing well in examination. This STEM education system is essential to help the country to achieve our IR4 objective. He also increased budget allocation for TVET, where the government through PSMB allocated RM50 million for TVET program, especially TVET program that provide training to increase the B40 income. Dato Sri Najib also designed One Malaysia program in 2009, where he led the ministry to liberalize the education system with laws like the Private Higher Education Act 1996 to allow more players to provide service as well as to compete. Supported by PTPTN through National Higher Education Funding Act 1997, this move is for Malaysia to develop a world-class education system that is flexible and innovative.
Dato Sri Najib Tun Abdul Razak also contributed as much as in the areas of politics in Malaysia. First, he introduced a series of key performance indicators in April 2019 to assess the performance of all ministries in the government. This aimed to maximize the public service delivery of the government in Malaysia. Second, he then introduced a Government Transformation Program, which is GTP, in 2010, including 6 NKRS, which is a milestone for his political career and governance since there are no room for corruption. Last but not least, diplomatic relations. Dato Sri Najib Tun Abdul Razak, also known for his great diplomatic skills with every country, especially China. China itself mentioned in an interview during 2016 of the diplomatic meeting that they are willing to empower more collaborations with Malaysia in various areas in economy, education, and many more.
At the end of his era as Prime Minister, Dato Sri Najib Tun Razak have been accused many cases that caused him to lose his position as Prime Minister, but there still have citizens who believe and continue to support him. This is because that Najib Razak, as a former Prime Minister, have proven that his contribution for the sake of Malaysia, living with a good result.